Alright, I'm on the fanfic and stuff.
Alright, I have my vodka. Let's do this.
Let's rock and roll. For my night out, this is Trixie's Magical Shop of Wonders, Trinkets, and definitely no way cursed objects by Alex Magnet.
Trixie, I'm the wanna.
Okay. Trixie stood in front of a shabby-looking building that with a slanted roof and shutters that hung off one hinge. It wasn't pretty, admittedly, but it was...
Yes, I do.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
That time?
No, just let me close my doors.
Okay.
They're gonna nag me.
It wasn't pretty, admittedly, but it was hers, and the bill of sale proved that, especially if you ignored the forged notary signature. Forged signature.
Carry on.
Gonzo, you still alive there?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, so apparently she forged documents again. Why am I not surprised?
Because the great and
That
powerful
bitch.
Trixie is not a legit signature.
Bloody hell.
That was definitive proof. Puffing out her chest, Trixie nodded, a smirk working its way across her face. Oh, yeah.
Where did... Oh, there...
Oh.
What? Where are you?
What? What?
Where are you in this?
It's like
Oh my
the
fucking God.
first paragraph, Sarah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
She said.
This is going to be great.
Taking a step forward, Trixie's horn burst into life as she unrolled a large banner that hung from the roof. In massive, colorful letters, it declared to the world that Trixie's Magical Shop of Wonders, Trinkets, and definitely no way cursed objects was now open for business. So wait, it actually says that on the banner?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, apparently so. This is like Mr. Warren saying this is totally not haunted.
Gonzo, you were trying to say?
And the fucking Annabelle doll comes out and fucking bites my dick off.
Well,
Gonzo?
I think Incoherent says it best. I think it's too easily set up.
Trixie is the master of subtlety.
Anyways,
You know it, baby.
Trixie admired her sign for a moment, then turned around. Facing the street, she shouted,
Come and get some, fools.
No.
across the little dirt path that was Ponyville's main street, a librarian turned princess looked out from her hello.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hello.
Oh, great. We forgot the tricks. We forgot the Twilight. No.
oh, don't worry.
Twilight squinted, reading the sign. Horrible realization dawned on her, and a grimace found itself upon her face. You have got to be kidding me. She watched for a moment as a passing mare was lured into the shop by Trixie. Oh, son of a...
Welcome.
said Trixie, as loudly and pleasantly as she could, holding the rickety door open for the mare as she cautiously made her way inside. Trixie followed her, letting the door shut behind them. The outside may have looked a bit rough and possibly dangerous, but the inside was... okay. Well, it was pretty much the same, but at least you couldn't tell because there was so much stuff everywhere that all the holes in the floor and the cracks in the walls were covered up. Ah, that's...
Fucking Bronx.
She didn't even bother to do any work to fix the place? My god, great and arrogant.
yeah.
Great and arrogant, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking surprised?
It's
Are
Trixie.
you not entertained?
The level of great and egotistical Trixie just keeps rising with every fanfic.
Hey, this is no different than my apartment. Fuck you.
If I were a male, I would have the biggest thing out of all of you.
Fucking blow me!
Gladly, bitch.
Let's go. This is getting crazy.
Okay.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Okay.
Fuck what I done, Guns. I'm sorry.
God, we cannot stay on track tonight.
No,
Okay,
we
okay.
can't.
I have it all bookmarked and shit, so I know where we're going.
Okay, let's go. Trixie was rather proud of this fact. As she watched the mayor look around in confusion, Trixie smiled invitingly.
Are you perhaps looking for something specific?
She asked, not really expecting a helpful answer. The mayor turned to Trixie, either fear or excitement in her eyes. Trixie could never tell the difference.
What is this place?
Okay. Giving the mayor a hearty slap on the back, Trixie laughed.
This is where your dreams come true, ma'am. This is
She flung her
Trixie's Magical Emporium.
magical emporium, eh?
Well,
Her
that's
green eyes. What? That's what you were saying?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna check on my
Go on.
food again.
All right.
Goddamn,
I'm smelling it. Just keep going.
All right.
Don't mind me.
Okay, all right.
Finding!
Her green eyes widening, the mayor said,
I've never seen this place before. Where did it come from?
smiling innocently, Trixie stuck out a hoof and poked the mayor's chest.
It comes from in here.
She lowered her voice to a whisper.
It comes from your heart.
The mayor glanced around awkwardly, swallowing the lump in her throat.
Okay. What do you sell?
Trixie laughed and then kept and then laughed some more until the atmosphere had become completely and utterly awkward, and the mayor had started to slowly back away. Instantly, Trixie stopped.
I don't sell anything.
She said, much to the mayor's confusion.
I make dreams come true.
Magic Bow Wow?
Glancing around, the mayor said,
Okay. So, let's say I had a dream of becoming a concert pianist. Could you help me?
A tiny smile formed at the corner of Trixie's lips. She certainly hoped it didn't look too sinister.
Ma'am, I can do more than help you. Wait here one moment.
Hurrying past a book... Try that again. Hurrying past a row of bookshelves stacked high with aging leather-bound volumes and stuffed with jars containing sickly green liquid, and around a counter covered in assorted monkey bones and fish eyes, and behind a desk where a stuffed parrot stared vacantly into the distance. Oh, Jesus.
I keep on purpose. I keep you naked on purpose, you know that?
Trixie went into a back room, moments later returning with a piano being dragged behind her. How the hell did she stuff that in there?
I don't know. I'm just
know.
getting a Bruno Mars vibe from this whole dragging of the piano.
You could also ask where she puts all of her stage props. I have a hint for you.
It's her vagina.
Damn it!
Why did I come back to vagina?
Gonzo, I thought you'd be happy about coming back to vagina.
Shut up. You're not making this
No!
better.
Okay. All right. Once she'd said it,
again.
once she'd set it down, Trixie motioned to the moldy cushion. By the way, this mayor wants to become a concert pianist, Gonzo.
Okay.
Once she'd set it down, Trixie motioned to the moldy cushioned seat and said,
Go ahead, try it out.
The mayor took a few cautious steps towards the piano. After a moment's hesitation, she sat down. Glancing back at Trixie, she said,
But I don't know how to play the piano. Just give it a try.
Trixie insisted.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble.
What the fuck do you want to play it then?
Furrowing her brow, the mayor turned back to the piano. Hovering her hooves over the keys, she slowly lowered them down. The instant her soft hooves touched ivory, a cold, hard G note reverberated through the room. A moment later, her other hoof moved, and a melancholy sound echoed from the piano as she started to play a song she'd never heard. The mayor watched her hooves in amazement, playing seemingly off of their own record. Well, at least it works, I think.
Eh.
$5 says it's cursed.
Oh boy.
She won't stop. She won't stop playing it.
Meanwhile, Trixie stood behind her, a sly grin plastered over her muzzle. She listened quietly to the somber music. That is until she was interrupted by the sound of a door being flung open. Trixie whipped around, scowling as she saw a pony she knew all too well enter.
Twilight.
She muttered.
Hi,
under her breath.
kids.
Hi, kids. We're home early.
Damn it.
Stop! In the name of the law.
I had to. Stomping her hooves like some great beast, Twilight thundered towards Trixie, her eyes ablaze with some kind of fire, either excitement or anger. Again, Trixie could never tell the difference.
She never could anyway.
Trixie.
Trixie, she said through gritted teeth, what in the name of Celestia are you doing here? What is this place, and why are you right across the street from me? Giving a flick of her mane, Trixie rolled her eyes.
Do not presume that I'm here because of you, Sparkle. I'm simply here because this is the only location I could afford to open my business. The fact that you are near to nothing more than a nuisance. Near is nothing more than a nuisance. Now, why don't you run along and leave me and my customer alone?
Twilight's gaze shifted to the mayor playing the piano. Excuse me, miss. Do you mind stopping me for try that again. Excuse me, miss. Do you mind stopping for a second? She asked, her voice a little harsher than she intended. Turning back to Trixie, Twilight continued. Trixie and I have some other business to attend to. Trixie glared at Twilight, speaking out of the corner of her mouth to the mayor.
Pay no mind to this interloper, ma'am. She merely wants to play to get in the way of your dreams coming true. Get in the way of your dreams coming true. You don't want that, do you?
Her hooves still moving across the keys, the mayor looked nervously between Twilight and Trixie. I think that's the point.
Yeah. Look, I don't want to cause any trouble, so I'm just gonna...
Trixie's hooves shot out, forcing the mayor to stay in her seat. Giving her an icy stare, Trixie said,
You stay right where you are and keep fulfilling your dream. I won't let any customer of mine walk away unhappy.
Play for me, maggot.
Mayor grimaced and muttered.
I'm starting to feel a little unhappy right now.
Trixie's lip curled into a scowl.
You shut up and play the piano.
Why don't you
Yeah.
shut up and get the hell out of here? Make like a cheer and leave.
This is like Arizona all over again.
Shrinking back into her seat, the mayor gulped.
Okay.
Eat the damn watermelon.
Putting her hoof on the mayor's shoulder as well, Twilight said, Don't listen to this bully, miss. You can get up whenever you want. Like, right now, in fact. As Twilight tried to force the mayor to stand, Trixie said,
Hey, leave my customer alone. She can play the piano if she wants to. She can leave her friends behind because her friends don't.
No! Shouted Twilight. Don't you dare! Trixie crossed her hooves over her chest, huffing.
I can do whatever I want. It's my store, Twilight Batinsky.
Oh, come on, said Twilight, rolling her eyes. That wasn't even good.
Like I care.
Said Trixie with an equally sarcastic roll of her eyes.
Anyway, why don't you just leave us alone? If you're really so interested in my store, I'll show you something you might like after I'm done helping this lovely young mare here.
I don't want you to sell me something, said
Really?
Twilight, asked Trixie, raising an eyebrow.
But it's an ancient, one-of-a-kind book about horseshoe crab mating.
What the fuck?
I didn't know that we apparently needed a volume of information on the fortification rituals of horseshoe
These
crabs.
are spine crabs.
I
shit.
have no idea what to say about that.
Ah, my tooth is bleeding.
I guess you say that.
No, guys, I'm being serious. My fucking tooth is bleeding.
Almost
Shit.
almost burned my stuff. Phew. Gods are within
Stop
time.
breaking-
What did I miss?
So
Hi, Gonzo.
Twilight is offering Trixie is offering Twilight a book about horseshoe crab mating.
What?
You said it. The line
It's
was
a book about horseshoe crabs fucking.
Uh-huh.
No comment.
Twilight paused, putting a hoof to her chin. Really? Well, no. She shook her head. What am I thinking? It's probably cursed to make the reader turn into a horseshoe crab or something stupid like that. Trixie laughed awkwardly, glancing over at a bookshelf in the corner of the room.
Yeah, that would be pretty stupid.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Anyway, said Twilight, waving her hoof, all I want to know is why you're selling stuff now. Aren't you like a stage magician or something?
I am many things, Twilight Sparkle, and a sales mare is one of them.
Said Trixie matter-of-factly. I have a feeling she and Vince Offer could get a thing going.
Oh, god damn it.
Aren't you like a stage magician or something? Aren't you like, shut the fuck up, you work at IHOP!
The great and powerful Trixie does not work at IHOP!
Jehovah's Witness. My man.
Okay,
My man.
getting off track again. Twilight pursed her lips. Whatever. Just tell me one thing, Trixie. Of all the things in this, I hesitate to use the word store, how many of them... Okay, seriously, lady! Snapped Twilight, turning to the mayor playing piano. Could you stop playing for 5 seconds so we can talk? It's really starting to get irritating.
Don't stop playing.
Trixie snapped back.
I don't think she could.
The mayor tried to stand up, but found herself stuck to the seat, her hooves moving of their own accord.
Huh.
She said, her face growing dark.
I can't move. My hooves won't stop.
Somebody give Gonzo $5, he called it.
Damn it, Gonzo!
Oh, fucking cockshit. Here you go. Here's $5.
Yay! This will go towards the Brony Common Fund. Thank you.
No, it's mine! Fuck you! Mine one.
Okay, Twilight rounded on Trixie. She cocked her head to the side. You want to explain this?
Aliens.
Obviously, it's because she just loves playing the piano so much. You can't stop true passion, Twilight. Not that you would know anything about passion.
Okay.
Implying that being the protege and Princess of Equestria to Princess Celestia is not passion?
No, it's not.
You say so.
She bitched about it.
Twilight's eyes narrowed. I'll have you know I'm very passionate about many things, you hussy. Ooh. Wow. Chief among them is... What?
Are we gonna have a Yo Mama contest?
I would not know.
Yo, Mama, so ugly.
Oh, Mama's so ugly. She turned Medusa to stone.
Oh, god damn it.
Her.
Anyways. Chief among them is... I'm very passionate about many things, you hussy. Chief among them is solving mysteries, like the one we have on our hooves right now. So tell me, Trixie, what kind of curse is on this piano? Crossing her hooves,
There's
Trixie looked
no
away.
such thing as curses, Twilight. That's just a suburban myth.
Oh boy, here we go.
Twilight jabbed a hoof at her horn. We do magic! Of course there are curses!
You can't prove that.
Moving her hoof to point at the mayor, Twilight said, There's your freaking proof right there!
Who?
Trixie waved her hoof dismissively.
That doesn't prove anything. Can somebody help me?
The mayor was starting to look desperate now, and her eyes darted back and forth between the two arguing mayors.
I actually can't move.
Well, it looks like we're have to put Old Yeller down.
God damn it!
Damn it,
All right.
man. Okay.
Come on.
Her eyebrow raised accusingly. Twilight stared at Trixie. Well,
All right.
said Trixie, tossing her hooves into the air.
So maybe the piano is cursed to make you play until you die.
What? Shouted Twilight and the mayor simultaneously.
What?
And maybe there's no way to break the curse, but you can't prove I knew that ahead of time. I'm just a simple mayor with a simple goal, Twilight. I just want to make ponies happy.
You happy.
So you give them cursed objects?
There are many forms of happiness, Twilight.
Said Trixie with a sarcastic bite.
Who says being cursed isn't one of them?
Everyone! Cried Twilight, waving her hooves wildly. Everyone says that! Turning her snout up at Twilight, Trixie said,
You don't know that.
Screw this, said Twilight, shaking her head. I'm just gonna smash this piano and be done with it.
Fuck it!
Wait!
Cried Trixie, but it was way too late. As light gathered into a central point at the tip of Twilight's horn, Trixie held up a hoof to shield herself from the glow. Twilight aimed her horn at the piano and let loose a volley of explosive light that shattered the piano into a million tiny splinters. The mayor who had been playing was flung backwards by the force of the blast. Shaking her head, she slowly stood up, looked at her hooves, shouted, and that's you,
I'm free!
Shut up, Armin!
and then sprinted out the door, leaving Twilight and Trixie alone in the store with bits of wood and piano keys lying everywhere.
Well, great. There
Said-
goes my first sale. I hope you're happy, Twilight.
Matching Trixie's side, Twilight said, I won't be happy until you tell me what's going on here. I mean, how much of this stuff is cursed? Trixie waved her hoof dismissively.
Only like half of it. The rest is normal.
Really? Twilight cocked her head to the side. Laughing, Trixie said,
No, I'm kidding. It's all cursed.
Damn it, Trixie.
God
What? Can't you take a joke? Of course, not everything is cursed.
Oh, really?
Sure, like that lampshade over there.
Said Trixie, pointing to a lonely lampshade sitting beside a crystal skull and a wooden goblet.
It's just a satin lampshade.
Oh, said Twilight, her shoulders slumping a bit. It looks nice, no? I like the color. Reminds me of sunflowers.
I'm pretty fond of it, actually.
Said Trixie. Twilight shook her head, attempting to clear her head from the stupidity of everything. Whatever, that's not the point, Trixie, she said, her voice suddenly becoming serious. You can't sell cursed stuff to ponies. It's... well, I'm pretty sure it's illegal at the very least. Trixie chuckled.
Oh, but Twilight, that's where you'd be wrong, in fact.
She said, making her way over to the desk.
I have the permission of the Ponyville government to operate my business here.
Hey, what?
Wait, seriously?
Bet she lied about what she's selling.
Smirking, Trixie slid out a drawer and withdrew a slip of paper stamped with Mare's seal. She carried it over to Twilight and held the paper up.
This
She said, shoving the paper in Twilight's face.
is my business license, fool. I'm legally authorized to sell my wares here, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Try and shut me down, and I'll have you sued for destruction of property.
Clever girl.
Twilight pushed the paper out of her face. Let me see that, she said, snatching it from Trixie so she could look at it unimpeded. As her eyes scanned the paper, she let out a snort. Trixie, you cannot be serious. This is all one elaborate joke, right? There is no way anyone is this stupid.
I don't know what you mean, Twilight.
Said Trixie nonchalantly.
That is a legitimate business license.
No, it's not, said Twilight. Look, see here? Holding up the paper, Twilight pointed to the bottom where Mare had signed her name. That's Mare's signature.
I'm aware of that.
But it's written in crayon.
And?
Twilight groaned, rolling her eyes. I don't know who you think you're trying to fool, but this is so clearly forged, it's not even worth taking it to the mayor to ask her myself.
Who are you to judge what writing utensils ponies use to sign their names?
Trixie raised an eyebrow.
Are you really so prejudiced, Twilight? I knew you were stupid, but ignorant too? Tis.
Yeah. Bitch.
Shaking her head incredulously, Twilight said, Why are you even continuing to lie? A brain-dead sloth could figure you out. I mean, where did you even get all this stuff, and why are you trying to sell it? Ouch.
For the last time.
Said Trixie, more than a trace of exasperation in her voice.
I'm not selling stuff, Twilight. I'm selling dreams.
Dreams, huh? Twilight's eyes rolled so hard they flipped all the way around. How does that work? Oh, please, Trixie. You're selling lies and curses. You're like a timeshare sales pony, but somehow worse. Ah! That has gotta hurt.
Maybe just a bit.
You know what?
Maybe.
She said, glancing around the room. I bet this stuff isn't even yours.
Ow!
I bet you stole all of it and you're just trying to make a quick buck.
What? That's crazy.
Said Trixie, tugging at her non-existent collar.
What a weird thing to say out of nowhere. Why would I steal cursed objects? That would be stupid. I came by all these items completely legitimately.
Acquired.
What was that, Gonzo?
Acquired.
Oh, really? Said Twilight. Then tell me where you got them from. We should have some interesting stories for all the items in here if you came by them completely legitimately. Trixie turned away from Twilight, flicking her tail.
I can't tell you that.
Why not?
Trade secret.
You're ridiculous. Slamming her hoof down, Trixie glared at Twilight.
That may be, but at least I'm happy.
Trixie's mouth formed a thin line. Are you, though? Looking at her hooves, Trixie said,
No.
Aww.
Oh, jeez, said Twilight, taking a step away closer to Trixie. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to...
Oh, shut up.
Said Trixie, stepping away from Twilight.
Just go away and leave my store so I can get back to selling this junk. I'm never going to make any money at this rate.
You know I just can't leave you, Trixie. This stuff is dangerous, and I can't let it fall into the wrong hooves. Well, wronger hooves, anyway.
Wronger isn't...
I know, said Twilight, cutting off Trixie with a wave of her hoof. Anyway, since you don't have a real business license, I'm just going to use my authority as princess to shut you down. I would say that you should return all these items for their rightful owners, but perhaps they should just be destroyed because they're so dangerous.
These things aren't dangerous.
Insisted Trixie. She picked up a random object.
See this?
She held up a small mirror, causing Twilight to stare at her own reflection.
All it does is tell you your exact time and place of death when you look into it.
Oh, thanks, Trixie! Now I know when I'm gonna die. Awesome. Trixie laughed under her breath, setting the mirror aside.
Was it at least an interesting death?
I guess if you consider the end of time and space to be interesting, then yes.
In other words, tomorrow. Fuck!
Picking up the mirror again, Trixie said,
Wait, what? Let me take a look.
Furrowing her brow, Trixie stared into the mirror. Shapes began to form in the cloudy background of the reflection until they formed solid objects. Trixie's face sagged and she set the mirror down. Twilight waited for her to look up before asking, So... not good?
I don't want to talk about it.
See what I mean about this stuff being dangerous?
It's not that dangerous.
That piano killed ponies! Twilight massaged her temple. It doesn't matter. You don't have a say in this anymore. I'm ridding the world of all this cursed junk. I know there's got to be at least one monkey's paw in here, and that's enough motivation for me to want to get rid of everything. Trixie brought a hoof to her chin while Twilight started gathering line in her horn again.
I don't remember there being any monkey's paws. There was a voodoo doll and a puppet that contained the soul of a real pony, and I feel like there was at least one book that imprisoned an Eldritch hoarder, but definitely no monkey's paws.
Was there also a typewriter that wrote best-selling murder mystery novels and made them come true in real life? Asked Twilight sarcastically. Sheesh, you couldn't even find any original curse items. Like, what about a salt shaker that never ran out but always made your food a little bit too salty? Now that's original.
Original and lame,
said Trixie, rolling her eyes.
My dead grandmother could come up with a better curse than that.
Oh yeah? Said Twilight, the ball of light at the tip of her horn now the size of a large watermelon. Could your dead grandmother do this? Swinging her head around, Twilight launched the ball into the center of the room, where it split into 100 smaller orbs. Before it hit anything, Trixie was able to sneak one less sarcastic reply in.
She can't do anything. She's dead.
Light filled the room as Twilight's cleansing balls soaked everything in their radiance.
Okay.
Okay.
That was too easy. I didn't want to say anything. Thank you, Sarah. For cleansing your fucking balls and actually do something productive, you stupid whore princess piece of shit.
Gonzo, I think we broke her.
You two just fell into a giant fucking vat full of gay.
Okay. Let's go on. Let's move on.
Let's try.
Okay. Trixie stumbled backwards as the wave...
Can you two, please?
Cleansing balls.
Fuck off!
We are never gonna finish this.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Cleansing balls?
Okay, Trixie stumbled backward as the wave of energy hit her. Twilight, meanwhile, hovered in the air. Her wings opened up, riding the gusts of light-filled shockwaves. Blinding light prevented Trixie from opening her eyes for a few seconds, but when it was gone, she saw that everything looked pretty much the same.
Huh. I was expecting more, destruction.
Twilight shrugged. I just took all the magic away from everything. There was no need to actually destroy everything.
Well, that is what you said you were going to do.
I say a lot of things about a lot of things, Trixie. Huh?
Yeah. Twilight says a lot of things. And doesn't that make sense to a typical pony?
Yeah. Anyway, said Twilight, gliding back to the ground and folding her wings to her side again. That takes care of that. I guess you're kind of out of luck since all this stuff's worthless now. But it was stolen anyway, so it's not like I cost you any money. I know that you're just stupid and not malicious, so I won't report this to the police or anything. Just, don't do anything like this again, okay? Trixie would have answered with some kind of snarky reply, but she was too busy staring wide-eyed at a book that had fallen off a nearby shelf and landed on its spine, half open. She began breathing heavily, looking wildly around the room.
Oh no, Twilight. You've done it now. This is bad. This is really, really bad.
Why didn't you pull out?
What's that?
Incoherent, god damn it.
Oh, come on.
What's bad? asked Twilight. She laughed a bit, unsure of what else to do. Did it make you lose your place in that book or something? I'm sure you can find it again. Trixie shook her head slowly.
No, you unleashed him.
Him who?
Him, Twilight, him! You freed him from his literary prison!
Shouted Trixie as she started pacing in a circle.
All of this is not good. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
Twilight held out a hoof and stopped Trixie. Whoa, calm down, Trixie. Who are you talking about? With slow, jerking motions, Trixie looked up at Twilight, her eyes wide with terror.
Snog Slothoth.
Huh?
What?
Snog Slothoth. The switching horror.
Gesundheit.
Who? Trixie grabbed Twilight's shoulders and started shaking her violently.
The kiss from beyond. The one who Max.
Mac Daddy?
Squeezing herself out of Trixie's grasp, Twilight took a step back. Okay, you've completely lost me, and I'm pretty sure you're just talking nonsense.
Nonsense?
Trixie seized Twilight's shoulders again.
This is deathly serious.
Oh, I'm sure. Staring straight into Twilight's pupils, Trixie put on her most serious face and said,
Kiss me, Twilight.
Oh, come on!
More Trixie.
I cleansing balls. Okay, sorry. Anyways, continue on.
What? Her eyes going wide, Twilight tried to pull away from Trixie's iron grip, but to no avail. What are you doing? She cried, knowing full well that Trixie was doing as she puckered up her lips and started moving closer to Twilight.
We have to.
Trixie pleaded through pursed lips.
Snog Slothoth demands it. If we refuse, he'll kill us both.
Ignoring Twilight's struggling, Trixie brought herself closer to Twilight's face until their snouts were touching. Parting her lips, she kissed Twilight in the most awkward and least passionate way imaginable. It was like seeing two
How would Twilight know? Was she kissing her friends while we were looking?
Oh, God.
That was the fun.
It was like seeing
that was the fun.
It was like seeing two dolls get mashed together while someone tells them to make kissy face. In short,
Now kiss.
it was the best kiss Twilight had ever had.
Oh my god.
Okay.
This is like the shit I did in kindergarten where I just grabbed two students' heads. Now kiss.
Trixie, on the other hand, was doing her best to please Slothoth. She kept kissing Twilight until the other mare was finally able to work a hoof between them like a wedge and pry herself away from Trixie. Sucking in the air like a drowning pony, Twilight doubled over, wheezing. When she finally regained her composure enough to stand, she slapped Trixie across the face. "What is wrong with you?"
It's not me, Twilight.
Said Trixie, moving towards Twilight again.
Snog Slothoth is the elder god of kissy face. If we don't release him, we'll be killed. I can control what an elder god wants, Twilight, and you're the one who released him.
Gesundheit?
Kissy face.
Kissy face.
Okay.
I think she's making this shit up.
Okay, hold up, said Twilight as she held out a hoof. Back up and explain what just happened.
There's no time!
Trixie grabbed Twilight's hoof and pulled her in before the other mare could react.
We must kiss again!
Now
Oh
back
my
her up.
god! Bad touch! Bad touch!
Straight to danger!
Straight to danger!
Now back her up.
Twilight
Teddy,
cried
what's
as
face?
Trixie's lips met hers again, and they engaged in another sloppy and wholly unsatisfying makeout session.
Oh my god!
Eventually, after Twilight unsuccessfully attempted to extricate herself again, she lit up her hoard and disappeared with a loud pop. When she reappeared, she was standing on the other side of the room, wiping Trixie's saliva off her mouth. Did you use your tongue?
I swear I did. I felt tongue. No, wait. I didn't.
I swear I felt tongue. Trixie fell to her knees and shouted,
Snog Slothoth demands tongue. I can't help what he wants, Twilight.
Oh my god!
"Shut up!" Twilight's voice echoed as the room fell silent. She let out a long, slow breath. Okay, just calm down for a second, alright? Can you just tell me what is going on without freaking out?
If we don't keep kissing, he'll kill us, Twilight, so no, I can't stop freaking out.
Said Trixie, already making her way towards Twilight's new position. Teleporting further away, Twilight said, "Now, just wait a freaking minute, alright? There is no way that can be true."
But it is, Twilight, it is!
No, it's not. Twilight jabbed her hoof towards the table in the center of the room where the small mirror lay. I already saw how I'm going to die, remember? So did you. It definitely wasn't because of Snoxathoth, that's for sure. So what you're saying doesn't make any sense.
Oh, shoot.
Her eyes narrowing, Twilight said, "Shoot what? What are you playing at, Trixie?" Shuffling her hooves nervously, Trixie said,
I'm not playing at anything. I seriously thought Snoxathoth had escaped.
Narrowing even further, Twilight's eyes pierced into Trixie's soul, or at least her crunchy outer layer. She stared her down like a hawk staring down a mouse. Does Snoxathoth even exist?
Well, I suppose that depends on your definition of exists, doesn't it?
Trixie!
Alright, fine.
Trixie heaved the biggest, most exaggerated sigh she could manage.
Snoxathoth definitely exists, but not in this dimension, and certainly not in that book. The only thing lived in there was a minor demon of squeaky doors.
So this whole thing, from the store selling cursed objects to the mirror with a piano to the mirror, it was all part of an elaborate ruse to get me to kiss you? Trixie bit her lower lip.
Well,
She said, dragging the word out.
yes and no.
Yes and no? Twilight arched her brow. Which part wasn't a ruse?
Well, it's not like I opened this door just so I could kiss you.
Said Trixie as she twirled her hooves.
Though it wasn't not because of that.
She added under her breath, quiet enough that Twilight couldn't hear. Twilight shook her head in disbelief. Then why did you open it?
Because I thought it would be funny to sell ponies cursed artifacts. Plus, I need the money.
You thought it would be funny to sell a pony something that could kill them?
Well, it sounds bad when you put it like that.
It is bad.
It's illegal,
Yeah.
too.
No
Twilight,
shit.
Twilight tossed her hooves up. It sounds bad when you put it like anything. Walking towards Trixie, Twilight muttered something under her breath, then said, "Jeez, Trixie, you're such an idiot." Although, duh.
Oh my.
She got a little closer to
Sorry.
Trixie. But you know, she added, now just inches away from Trixie again. That's what I love about you, Trixie. You're an adorable idiot. Come here, you.
Oh
Fuck
god.
it. No, I'm done. No, fuck you.
Twilight wrapped her hooves around Trixie's neck and pulled her into a tight embrace, opening her lips to meet Trixie's. As they kissed, Trixie smirked inwardly. Her eyes drifted to the ceiling where a bottle hung down. Unbeknownst to Twilight, but very beknownst to Trixie, the bottle read, "Love Potion number 9. Really?
Activated by strong magical surges.
Seriously? They referenced a song?
Oh god.
It's the countdown, 34th and Vine. He broke my little bottle of love potion number 9.
Oh, yeah. Thinking to herself while metaphorically wringing her hooves, Trixie congratulated herself.
Adorable idiot or master technician. You decide, Twilight. Oh crap.
Trixie's eyes wandered back to the mirror, her mind flashing back to the image she saw of two ponies kissing eternally.
Oh god.
Oh no.
So Trixie's way of dying was being stuck in a kiss with Twilight.
Well, you can't kill a ship unless the ship kills itself, so fuck!
Oh, just read the last line. We're almost done.
Unable to break away from the kiss, Trixie merely shrugged and thought,
Worth it.
Boo,
Nice
you
knowing
whore.
you, you dumb shit.
So is that it? There's another page to this.
nice going. The end.
And I just noticed that Gonzo's stream thing had a picture of Sunset Shimmer's tits out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind.
I didn't realize that. I'm
0 out
sorry.
of 10, not Jinx. Fuck you.
Okie dokie. What a stream this was.
Yes, indeed. Also, by the way, before we end this,
Cleansing balls.
Fuck you.
cleansing balls.
Oh,
Okay.
you're welcome. This is but my
Crazy boss.
username.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night because I've got stuff to do. Thank you all for making this a good birthday stream, and I'll see you all around.
Well, pre
That's all, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Good
I
night.
miss you.